Part 5 with Moses, who has managed to stay awake and not roll out of the chair. 24-hour reset during critical incident alert status. I wanted to come back to something that needs to be addressed. In determining on a 24/7 reset, you know that there are probably crises happening and on the verge of happening or expanding. Determine for yourself what is a sustainable imminent danger to your family. I want to go deeper. The legal definition is imminent danger is an immediate threat of harm which varies depending on the context in which it is used. Apparent intent to cause great bodily injury or death. Yes, a microorganism, a pathogen that you can't see, and as large as I am, it can kick my butt, and I don't like it. It would piss me off if those little pathogens came up and tried to take me out, and I can't fight back. But it's a threat. I've set up my own decisive scale. I'll know when to tell my family, and even Moses, we have imminent danger of this. If people start to getting sick in our community with this, I won't let it probably get that far before we go into a lockdown. I would rather use our resources now than be sorry and live in regret later because I held it too late. I've never been one to pull the hammer too quickly, but I've never been one to go too far with something and let it go to where the further you let something go beyond the point of when you need to call a lockdown, you're assuming a risk and you're gambling. I'm not a gambler. I don't play cards and I don't throw the dice. And this is not about being at Atlantic City or Vegas trying to win the big cachet of money. This is about life and death at this point on one of these critical incidents, for example. On a pandemic stage, I'm confident I'll make the right call at the right time. 24-hour reset through a 30-day period allows me to make that assessment each day. And I would be very happy and elated for humanity if we woke up tomorrow and this entire viral release was in remission. But I'm not going to live in fantasy world. I do not live in a candy store where sugar is candy coated or the truth is candy coated, and I don't speak that way. I won't be vulgar with you and I won't pick fights with you saying this, but I've had to deal with this too much in my life that I'm responsible for my family, and you are too in your own life. I know what imminent danger is with violent people. So does every member of my family. Everybody here has their permit or is commissioned and well studied in the law of self-defense. But you're not dealing, this pathogen, again, is invisible to your eye. So would be radiation. So would be the financial collapse of this country if we were dealing with that. When people got violent, hell yeah, you can see them coming, hopefully. Learn your definition of imminent danger and sustainable threat. Now, I mentioned, please get the World Health Organization chart, current phase alert for global emphysema flu agenda. Learn that. I don't like all of it, agree with all of it, but that's what they're using. The stages of pandemics, it wouldn't hurt you even if this goes in remission. We're dealing in very dangerous times. Now, this is, I believe somebody sent me, I'm not going to say who, somebody sent me, must be circulated regarding DHS. The Department of Homeland Security now has its guideline, and it's based on the World Health Organization. So now Homeland Security, which is a military ops, it's not the soft side of FEMA that help you after a tornado or a flood or an earthquake or a fire. It's hardcore. They are merged in using this as a criteria to respond with you on quarantine or martial law. Now, I've covered a lot in this series. And what I've tried to do is take you reasonably into a series of critical incidents with these hybrid pathogens. And again, at this point, it's going to reach a level that it may not matter if your family's welfare and safety and you're in imminent danger in where you live in the country or the world. When you reach the point that you have to consider going to a lockdown, if it reaches that, you're going to have to dismiss some of your prejudices about how it got here, who's responsible, because that I've seen the government do that. And yeah, I did put my boot up some people's asses for obstructing the process to contain major critical incidents or prevent it from happening. I can get very, very up in somebody's face if they want to sit there and obstruct the process to save lives. And if you can't stop these incidents from happening, sometimes you might have had to fight like hell to maintain life. That's a reality of the consequences of some of the things I was exposed to. Now I'm going to get firm with you watching this. The more you learn, the better you can discern. The more that you're willing to stand up to this, and perseverance is outstanding asset to carry any human being of any age, gender, or race. Perseverance is about up in your head and what's in your heart, to not back down. Hell, I was diagnosed with deadly cancer 4.5 years, and except for the scars all over me, you can't tell. I'm not going to let that beat me. Do you think I'm going to sit here and let a pathogen kick my ass? No, I'm not. I'm not invincible and I'm not cocky. But I will not allow death to snatch me up off stupidity or fear or panic. And I hope I can motivate you to consider your perseverance. Just because I had to spend my adult life in death, hell, and destruction don't mean it's going to snatch me out because some physicians and specialists said, oh, you're not going to live long. I said, no, I'm not fixing to die, thank you. I told cancer to go to hell. I'm telling these pathogens to go to hell. And it's not arrogance, it's my mindset. I'm a warrior. Violent people, they can go to hell. I'll deal with them. These diseases, they can go to hell. It may get me eventually, but it won't take me because I cowered down from a damn deadly virus. I know their capabilities, but that virus doesn't know yours and the American spirit and your forefathers' determination. Your great-grandparents wouldn't have backed down from this. Some of them survived the 1918 flu epidemic. We can too. I think if Moses wakes up long enough, he'll have a fair chance. This should conclude the series on 24-hour reset. I hope I covered enough to give you something to take and create your own model, your own decisions, and your own scale of when to make the call if you have to. I hope you never have to. Well, Moses has inspired me to take a break. Thank you.